Hi, we are gonna make lasagna, everybody's favorite. It's never been my favorite, to be honest, but I have discovered bechamel. Bechamel, it's a fancy sounding thing. It's basically flour and butter and milk, and it makes everything creamy and better. If you're looking for one of those people that makes lasagna with the crusty on top, I love crunchy things. That's not where I want my crunchy. So I make what I'm gonna call an all-in lasagna. It's gonna have bechamel, it's gonna have bolognese, it's gonna have ricotta, it's gonna have parm and mozz, and it's gonna be delicious. And yes, I have Italian way back in the back, and that's why I'm moving my hands. So let's get started by making pasta, because it's gotta rest. We're gonna wait on the eggs a second, because we're gonna weigh out our flour first. And let's talk about weighing flour. Depending on humidity and crazy things like that, and where you are and what time of year it is, there's humidity in the air. Your flour is going to weigh a different amount. And here's a tip on your flour. This is how I keep my flour. It's crazy. It's in a bag. It's got a clothespin. That's what my mom always has done. And it is 00 flour. This one's a little bit special. You're gonna have to go to the Italian store. Tipo 00, type 00. It is nice and soft and lovely, and it's how you're gonna want your pasta in life. It's not that hard to make pasta. You know what it takes? Practice. So this is an OXO scale, and it's awesome. You know why it's awesome? Because you can do this. So if you have a really big bowl, and normally you'd put that bowl in and then you couldn't see it, you pull this out a little bit. The other thing you want to do when you put the bowl on, you want to hit 0, because it makes it zero out. So we do that, we hit 0. We want 300 grams. Yep, we're going metric. That's what we're doing. And that's basically 3 cups, but I will tell you, let's measure it just to do a scientific experiment. This is a half a cup. Oopsie. Okay, that's more than a half a cup. Let's keep a little bit in there just to see what that weighs. Oh yeah. See, we're up to 75, and that's less than half a cup. So a whole cup would be 100 grams in theory, but see, in reality, reality's different. We're up to 129, 162. We want to go to 300, remember. 300 grams. And for each, this is a great pasta recipe. Ready? For each 100 grams, use 1 egg. You can almost commit that to memory. 274. Now we're getting close. $285, $290, $295. Ooh, $298. It doesn't have to be exactly 300, but why not? Ooh, on the nose. Come on. That was fun. Okay, 300 on the nose. Now I'm going to talk to you about breaking some eggs. Take our handy dandy scale. It's on a battery, so we'll turn it off. And the way you break eggs successfully is on a flat surface. Okay? And they always say you could break eggs somewhere separate, because then you don't have any eggshells or any bad eggs. So we're gonna, you know, I could do it in here and not mess up this board. Now I'm on the fence. Maybe I'll start there and end here. Okay, boom. So see that? You hit it once, look at how nice that came out. There's no eggshell. And then you put that one in, you go to your next one, boom. Boom. Just one, usually one smackadoodle on a flat board. And we're in. We're halfway there. 2/3 of the way there. And the only other thing in this recipe is gonna be a pinch of salt. That's it. So I think what we shall do, is we're gonna mix in here. Sometimes they do it on a board, sometimes they do it on a table. We've already got this messed up, so let's go for this. So You could break the eggs separately, but I'm breaking them in here, just in the well. You hear about a well? That just means it's a little indention in the middle. So, that one egg didn't want to break. Did you see it? Did you see it acting all crazy? Can you see? So pretty. Stir, 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 stir. Could I have a little pinch of salt, please? I didn't put my pinch of salt in. Normally you cook pasta in salted water, but we may not cook it separate. We may just put it in the pan because it's gonna be nice and thin. And a pinch of salt. Thank you, grazie. We're just gonna pinch around like that. I'm gonna give it a second little teeny, I'm gonna give it a couple pinches. Those are small pinches. Thank you, hand. And it's coming around again. So, you see, and you will find that a lot of the moisture is on your forco. No, forco is not Italian for fork. It's just my being silly. But a lot of the moisture stays on the fork, so you gotta clean your fork off every now and then, because you'll think, this is not enough moisture for this flour, but I swear it will be. And yes, I could have done this in a mixer, stand mixer, a regular mixer, but I wanted to do it this way. Just because I wanted to show you that you could have the machine or not have the machine. And we'll probably roll it out with the machine because it makes it so nice. Again, a lot of the moisture's on my fork, and I'm going in. Pristinely clean hands always. Look at it wanting to stick on my fingers. I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna dump. It's time to dump it out on our work surface. And as far as the work surface goes, I think it's nice to be on a cutting board. And see, we got a lot of flour over there, so we'll just incorporate that. But you can see it's getting together. And what you want to do is get it off your fingers and knead it together. Get it together. And what you're going to do once you get it all together, you're going to put it in some plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and it's going to rest for at least a half hour. You can leave it out if your kitchen's not very hot, or you can leave it in the fridge. You can make it and use it tomorrow. It's okay. So, but at least a half hour. Because what that's going to do, what I'm doing now, I am working the gluten. So we're stretching and making dough. And what you want is for it to relax. Because if it doesn't relax and you try to put it through either your rolling pin or your rolling machine and it's not relaxed, it's not going to work well. And I will tell you, this part is a pretty good 100 grams to each egg, but when you go to roll it out, it takes more flour, and semolina is a really good one to use. While you're at the Italian store, get some semolina flour too, because it's the thing you're going to want to sprinkle on your dough as you're working with it. So, look at us. Look at us making a dough. You can pick it up. Me, frugal schmoogle, I'm trying to get all these little pieces incorporated, whether they want to or not. They may or may not want to. And then just keep going. The lady I watch on Italian TV does this. She goes, right? And you can feel it's still very wet dough. It's not dry at all. So I can get all these little things to stick to it. All my fingers. Okay. This is just because I can't stop. But I think we're good. Once it's all incorporated, it's not sticky and it's not dry. If it was too dry by any chance, you could put a drop of water or two. And I mean a drop. Because you didn't believe it would come together, but look at it. Now it's perfect. And what we're gonna do is leave it. Okay? We'll come back. We're gonna put this in a bag or put it in plastic wrap and then come back and roll it out and make pasta sheets. See you in a while. So we're gonna roll out pasta. Again, this is what I do. I keep pasta in a plastic bag. You know what it does? It keeps little buggies and moisture and anybody who would want in there out of there. And that's what you want. This is, ooh, look how relaxed. This is our pasta who's been relaxing in the fridge. And the thing I've learned about making pasta is it needs more flour than you think. See, it already wants to be sticky. And this is semolina. Could I have a knife piece? I like to cut my pasta into pieces and then keep it covered. What you do is you put a nice big pile of semolina out, and you're always gonna need more. That's what I find. Always, always, always. Ooh, nice and cool. Might even put up on the edge of here, so when the pasta falls down, it'll fall in there, and we'll coat it with pasta. Thank you. So we're gonna cut a piece and leave the rest covered. And this was our egg dough, which again, 100 grams to 1 egg, and a sprinkle of salt, a pinch as a torch of salt. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it here so it doesn't stick to anything. And I'm gonna cut off a small piece to start with. There we go. And this guy's been in the fridge for probably an hour. I told you at least a half hour. He's probably been in there resting for an hour. And I like just a sharp knife, as you can see, cut off a piece. And then we'll come back for more. So I like to give it a little head start. Get both sides in the semolina, press it out with your fingers, make a nice little finger pattern. That's extra, you don't have to do that. And then I let the machine work for me. This is a KitchenAid with attachments. You can do this with a rolling pin, but I'm gonna show you KitchenAid with an attachment because I was lucky enough to have my husband and my friend buy it for me. So what you're gonna do is start it on the smallest setting. And in some machines it's a 1, in some machines it's a 7. Mine it's a 1. That's the thickest setting. And what this is gonna do is kind of knead your dough for you. See how nice? And then you come back and fold it a couple times, turn it the other way, and let it go through there a few times. And that's pretty much working that gluten that's relaxed. And like I said, lots and lots of semolina. You don't want it to be tough, but you can go a long way with flour before it gets tough. Going up to number 2. I'm gonna go a little faster and a little thinner. Whee! Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Turn it sideways, up go through again with lots and lots of flour on it. And yes, this took me a lot of practice. It's not going to happen like this on your first day unless you're extremely lucky and way luckier than me. So see, I folded it a few times. Let's run it back through. So when you get to a point, I'm going to go for the next one. We're making sheets today for lasagna, so this is going to be easier than usual. Usually I roll it up and cut it and nibbity blobbity blobbity. But in this case, we're just going to make nice sheets. So I'm going to roll it through the same number a couple of times. And let it get a little more flour on it. And go up a number. We're not going to go all the way to the thinnest. Sometimes in pasta I go all the way to the thinnest. This one would probably be very fall aparty in the lasagna if we went all the way to be finished. So I'll probably stop at about 4 o'clock. I won't go all the way to 7. And I can pretty much see through this. And I think I like that. So what I'm going to do is make sure that has flour on it. Both sides. And let it sit and wait for its friends. And this way we have a sheet. And we will trim it to be the perfect size in the pan. And that's the beauty of lasagna. We're going to be able to, oops, now we got to start all over again. And I messed up with the last one, did it on the skinniest one. So I have to make sure that I'm starting over again on one. It was exciting that it made it through. This is a little teeny piece. But even little teeny pieces need love. We're going to do the same thing. Hold it about, run it through sideways. All right. Okay, we're gonna put it together now. We're gonna put a layer of red sauce down first to give the pasta something to sit on. I did not pre-cook the pasta because it's fresh, thin, light. It shouldn't take too long to cook, and if you have enough sauce and liquid in your pan, you'll be good. Yes, you can see I have a lot of sauce and a lot of cheese and a lot of things that are good and a lot of messiness. Thank you. Ooh, that's good. Taste your sauce along the way. Again, if you want to learn how to make the bolognese, let me know. My secrets are Marsala wine, a little Merlot, and a little sugar. Always good to have people around to help you who love your food. And it's fun to cook for people. I understand now what my grandmother always liked about feeding people. It's kind of a love language, if you want to be crunchy about it. And it's kind of showing people you care about them and care about yourself and what you eat. Kind of fun. So I am just taking, these scissors, you need to know about them. OXO. Fabulous scissors. I actually asked for them for my birthday. I'm just taking and making it fit in the pan. There's a neat little thing where you could do where you have all sorts of angles from the side. Jeez. Because we are going to have it all. We're going to have bolognese. We're going to have cheese. We're going to have ricotta cheese. We're going to have bechamel. I like to call bechamel mucho. We are gonna have everything. And I will tell you, I went the lazy way because it's delicious. This is actually parm from Aldi. What you need to know is you don't want too much liquid in your food. And they put caking agents in mozz and parm to keep it from sticking together, but it makes it so nice. So, I'm gonna put a little bechamel mucho down here. If you don't understand what I'm saying, it's just an old song. It's bechamel mucho in Spanish, but we're gonna say bechamel mucho because we're gonna put mucho bechamel. I put a little bit of salt and a little bit, thank you very much, a little bit of salt and a little bit of nutmeg in it. These will be imperceivably small, but they matter. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. I have a second ricotta in there. I might need two. So I'm gonna put the first one in. And I'm gonna put it in little piles, little adorable piles. Because I'm thinking you cut it in squares, right? So everybody will get a little in their pile, in their piece, in their pile, in their slice. Okay, we're gonna do a taste test. This one was part skim, and this one is full fat.
Delicious.
Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, it's pretty. And I will tell you, Trader Joe's ricotta, delicious. I love it. I make desserts with it, and I make pasta with it. And let's taste the full fat one. Kind of tastes almost exactly the same, almost saltier, I'm gonna say. So we've got mozz and parm from Aldi that are delicious. And I didn't use a real ball of mozz, which I like Trader Joe's real ball of mozz there, because it has so much water in it. There's kind of too much water, right? Look at all that action. Let's put a layer down, why not? Look at these layers of homemade pasta. So nice. When I get to the edge, I get out the scissors and I just cut it to size. Yep, that's what we do. And take this in and cut it to size. Don't think I'm throwing this out because I'm not. We'll find a place for that. Yum, yum, yum. See? I scooped out the bechamel spot. That's okay. You'll see it in the pan.
Okay.
Thank you. Just trying to make sure you can see everything. We appreciate it. All right. Look it, look it, look it, look it. It's gonna be so good. There's cans of tomato and carrots and onions and garlic and pork and beef, and you can use any combination of all that. That's good. Then I think we'll do a layer of bechamel because we like it. And that's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna make it look like I killed someone in the bechamel. Get the red in the bechamel. Look at that. White sauce. Spread it out, spread it out, spread it out. Because I'm not gonna use it all on this layer. Ooh, this is nice looking. Clean that up. All right. Let's go with another layer of pasta. Let's put some of that over there. Like as if anybody's keeping score here. Ooh. And really, all these things are pretty much, except for the pasta, cooked already. So it's not going to take that long in the oven. Look at him trying to pretend. Don't even. You are not the boss of me. That's it. You just have to be tough. Be strong and don't worry about it. It sticks a little, so what? Cut it. Pull it. Use a little more flour next time. Whatever. I'm not getting rid of that. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put that right there. Trim that. Hee hee. Okie dokie, smoky. These were actually starting to dry out, which is nice. Did I mention you could see through them? There you go. And oh, farm. Why not? As you could tell, there is no, you don't have to do anything a certain specific way. Whatever you remember to do next, do next. As long as it's all cheesy and bubbly on top. Because again, I'm not that one that wants it to be crusty and crunchy on top. No, 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 no. Got it? Let's hide this down in here. Let's see. We might make another layer, so probably more of that now. Are you wanting to clean this off? Even cold. So good, I must say. Boom. See? Just pull it apart. This little guy, I want to go for a ride. Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Okay. And then lay it down. Trim the end. You get the hang of this. Lasagna. It's a little time consuming, but people make it like, oh, I'm gonna make lasagna. It's the hardest thing in the world. It is not the hardest thing in the world. The sauce takes a little while, putting it together, whatever. It's not a big deal. Am I making it look easy? Am I making it look crazy? Good. Guess what it's time for? Ploppity ploppity plop. Let's have a layer of this. This is gonna fill you up. I'll tell you what. That is what's gonna happen. And if I have pasta left over, I will cut it into strips and eat it as pasta tomorrow. So there. I used all the ricotta. Surprise, surprise. Let's see. Want more cheese? He wants more cheese. Can't get enough of the mozz. Yum, 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 yum. I think we'll finish the bolognese here. Maybe I'll put another layer because we don't want to waste them. We made them, right? Flip that around and see how that works. Thin, pretty layers. Thank you, sir. Is it cool? Cool to the touch. I'm gonna just pull this out here. We're gonna put that on top. I would clean this pan with a piece of bread or spoon. But I would definitely get in that pan and not waste a drop. Okay, what do you think? We're gonna clean this out. These people are not gonna go home hungry. So, part skim as good as full fat. That's what we found out today. Trader Joe's ricotta, delicious, not expensive. And all these mozz and parm already shredded. So convenient and delicious, because I've used them before. So we already know. Okay. Boopity boop 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 boop. We are not wasting this homemade pasta. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Don't you like when life turns out perfect? It's almost too perfect. You know I gotta use this piece because I just want to. Because I just want to. I'm gonna do something silly now. I'm gonna roll one up on the side. Just so you can see it. I'm gonna tuck it in. Gotta be very silly. That was silly. But you can do things that make little, remember that sand art? It'll end up like sand art. Okay. We're going bechamel. This is why I made a lot. I made a lot. Now the neat thing is, you wanna hold the pan? I'll let you. The neat thing is, once you get the flour and the butter, you can add milk to it to make as much as you need. Sorry for the scrapey noise. Oops, don't trip over there. Okay, perfecto. Grazie. Perfetto in Italiano. Perfecto in Espanol. Or perfect in English. Ooh, look at that. It's like I planned it. And I did not. I did not plan it. I just had what I wanted to eat as ingredients. And I am making sure I get every edge. Because, again, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't want crunchy pasta. I don't care if anybody else does. They're at the wrong house. Okay. Ready? Bechamel's good, but the bolognese is so much better. Okay. We're gonna finish off a little bit of parm and then a little bit of mozz. And we will take a shot at the end to show you how it turned out. I'm guessing delicioso. Boom, boom, boom. Bon appetito. Cheesy, cheesy. I'm so cheesy. Can't wait to see it bubbling and toiling, troubling. Okay, I think that's almost enough. I might top the top with a little bit of garlic salt, just for the heck of it. Ooh, that's pretty. Garlic salt, also from Aldi. Boom, delicious. 99 cents, which is ridiculously bargain-like. And then that gives you the pretty little green parsleys that are in there too. Off to the oven. See you later. This is the after shot. Want to see layers? Yum, 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 yum. That's a lot of layers.